Her phone lit up on the kitchen counter. I wasn't trying to snoop, I swear. But the preview just popped up. Can't stop thinking about last night, face blowing a kiss. I froze. That wasn't from me. Hey, babe, can you grab the wine from the fridge? She called from the living room, totally casual. I grabbed the bottle, but my hands were shaking. Who's Marcus? I asked, trying not to sound like a cop. She looked up from the couch. Marcus? Yeah. Just saw a message. Can't stop thinking about last night. That Marcus? Her eyes narrowed for a half second. Then she laughed, short and sharp. Oh, that? He's just some guy from class. Total flirt. Means nothing. I tried to laugh too, but it didn't come out right. You text your classmates kisses now? It was a joke, she said, waving it off. You know I only want you. My stomach didn't buy it. Okay, I muttered, sitting beside her. The couch felt colder than usual. She didn't reach for my hand like she used to. We watched the movie in silence. She kept checking her phone, smiling at something she didn't share. You okay? I asked. Yeah, why? You seem off. She shrugged. I'm tired. Midterms are killing me. She turned away. Her body curled into the blanket like I wasn't even there. I stared at the TV, not hearing a word of it. My mind kept replaying that message. The emoji. Her reaction. That weird laugh. Later, in bed, I tried again. Riley? She didn't answer. Are we good? She exhaled hard. Why wouldn't we be? You've been distant. Jesus, Aiden. You're overthinking everything lately. I just don't want to lose you. She turned, finally facing me. But her eyes didn't soften. Then stop acting so insecure. You're making me feel suffocated. That stung. I nodded and looked up at the ceiling. Sorry. She rolled back over. Whatever. Good night. But I didn't sleep. I kept picturing that message. Her face. Her laugh. That emoji. Maybe it was nothing. Or maybe it was everything. Riley, I called you 3 times. I know. I was busy. With what? Group project. It ran late. You couldn't text? She sighed. Aiden, you're doing that thing again. What thing? Acting like I owe you every second of my day. That's not what I'm saying. Then what are you saying? I'm saying I miss how we used to talk. That's all. God, you're so intense lately. I blinked. You don't miss me? I didn't say that. You didn't have to. She looked down at her coffee cup, spinning it slowly. It's just, everything's been heavy lately. I need space. From what? Me? From everything. My stomach tightened. You're pulling away. No, you're just chasing too hard. I leaned back, trying to breathe through it. Okay. I'll give you space. Thank you. That night, I waited for her to call. She didn't. The next day, I texted. Hey, thinking of you. No reply. By midnight, I caved. Are you okay? Nothing. Hours passed. Finally, at 2 a.m., just one word, tired. I stared at the screen, my heart hollowing out. The next morning, Liam noticed. Dude, you look wrecked. She's just different. She's treating you like a side quest. She's stressed. She's cheating, man. Don't say that. He held up his hands. Then prove me wrong. I wanted to. I really did. Later, I called her. Straight to voicemail. Again. Again. She finally answered the 4th time. What? Are we okay? Why do you keep asking that? Because I can feel it. You're slipping. Maybe I'm just tired of being interrogated. I'm tired of guessing where I stand. You don't trust me anymore? I don't know how to, Riley. You're never around. Maybe that says more about you than me. I bit my tongue so hard I tasted blood. You're right, I whispered. It probably does. She didn't say anything. Just, let me know if we're still in this, I said. If I'm still your person. She hung up. No goodbye. No answer. Just silence. And somehow, that hurt worse than a lie. You busy? Liam asked, stepping into my apartment uninvited. Kinda. He sat anyway. We need to talk. About? He pulled out his phone. You sure you're ready for this? My chest tightened. What? She was at Jade's party last night. She told me she had to study. Yeah, she studied all right, with her tongue down some guy's throat. I stood up. Stop. I'm serious. You didn't see it right. I did, Aiden. She was in his lap. They weren't playing Uno. My mouth went dry. You don't know the whole story. Liam narrowed his eyes. Why are you defending her? Because I love her. No. You loved who she used to be. Not this version. You don't know her like I do. I know what I saw. I sank back into the chair. Are you sure it was her? I'm not blind. I closed my eyes. Was it that Marcus guy? He nodded slowly. Yup. Same loser from her messages? Yeah. She was laughing, touching his face, sitting on him like it was normal. Maybe she was drunk. Aiden, wake up. You're making excuses for someone who doesn't even text you back. I stared at the floor. What am I supposed to do? Leave her. I can't. Then enjoy bleeding slow. I didn't respond. The room felt smaller. She used to light up when she saw me, I muttered. Now it's like I'm just noise. Liam leaned forward. You deserve someone who fights for you, not someone who hides from you. I keep thinking maybe I did something wrong. She cheated. That's not on you. But I wasn't enough. You were too much for someone who never intended to give anything back. His voice cracked. You're not the broken one, bro. She is. I looked at him, throat tight. Then why does it feel like I'm the one falling apart? Because you still care. And she doesn't. Silence hung heavy. I don't want to believe it, I whispered. You don't have to believe it, Liam said, standing. You just have to stop letting it destroy you. I didn't answer. But I knew he was right. Somewhere deep down. I already knew. I didn't plan to go. I just ended up outside her building. My hands were sweating. My heart felt like it was dragging me down into the ground. I rang her buzzer. No answer. Then I saw the second floor light flick on. Her window. A shadow moved across it. 2 shadows. I waited. 5 minutes. 10. Then the front door opened. She stepped out, laughing, holding his hand. Marcus. I didn't move. She saw me. The laughter died. Oh, she said, like she found a dog at her doorstep. What are you doing here? I could ask you the same. Marcus let go of her hand like it burned. I'll wait in the car. She nodded. Cool. I looked at her. So that's it? No more hiding? Wasn't hiding. You lied. No, I just didn't tell you everything. I laughed. One of those ugly, bitter ones. You cheated, Riley. She crossed her arms. Don't be dramatic. You told me I was overthinking. That I was too intense. Because you are. I was loyal. She rolled her eyes. God, you're making this so emotional. It is emotional, I snapped. You were my person. Her face didn't change. Not even a flicker of guilt. I didn't plan it, okay, she said. It just happened. Things with us were boring. I felt my stomach twist. So you decided to sleep with someone else instead of talking to me? You don't listen. I begged you to talk to me. You begged. Exactly. That's not attractive. I stepped back like she slapped me. Wow. She sighed. Look, Aiden. I'm sorry it went down this way. But I don't regret it. I stared at her. You really don't? Nope. I'm young. I'm figuring myself out. At my expense. She shrugged. Better now than 10 years from now, right? I swallowed hard. I would have done anything for you. I didn't ask you to. That broke me more than the cheating. You know what? I said. I hope he's worth it. He's fun, she smirked. You should try it sometime. I turned around. Goodbye, Riley. She didn't stop me. Didn't call after me. Didn't say a word. And that silence said everything I needed to hear. You've barely touched your food. I'm not hungry. Nadia frowned. You haven't eaten in 2 days. I'm fine. You're not. You look like someone pulled the plug on you. I leaned back in my chair. She didn't pull the plug. She ripped the whole cord out. Nadia's voice softened. You want to talk about it? No, you sure? Because I'm a great listener. And I don't charge hourly. I stared out the window. Rain tapped softly against the glass. She didn't cry, I said finally. Not even once. Nadia blinked. Wait, seriously? Just stood there. Cold. Like I was a bad date, not someone who loved her. She's heartless. No, I whispered. She just didn't love me back. Nadia lowered her voice. That's not your fault. I didn't answer. She pushed the sandwich toward me. I didn't touch it. Did you sleep at all? She asked. Sort of. I didn't. Not really. I laid there. Eyes open. Lights off. Brain full. Images of Riley laughing. Of her with him. Of her shrugging like none of it mattered. Every sound made me check my phone. But there were no messages. No calls. Just silence. Has she said anything since? Nadia asked. No, she won't. I know. You still want her to? I looked at her. Yeah. Pathetic, right? No, she said. Just human. I closed my eyes. I keep playing old voicemails. Aiden, I miss who she was. Or maybe just who I thought she was. She lied, she said gently. Even if you loved the idea of her, she didn't deserve you. I didn't argue. But it still didn't make the ache go away. Later, back at home, I sat on the edge of my bed. Same bed she used to fall asleep in. I whispered out loud, did I really matter to you? The room didn't answer. Neither did she. I scrolled up through our old texts. The I love yous. The stupid memes. The promises. Then I hit delete. All of it. I watched the screen go blank. Still felt nothing. No relief. No power. Just empty. I lay back. Looked at the ceiling. And finally whispered, I hate how quiet it is without you. Hey. Aiden, right? I looked up, startled. Maya stood in front of the campus cafe table, holding a tea and an awkward smile. Yeah. Sorry. I was zoned out. She nodded. Mind if I sit? I hesitated, then gestured to the seat. Go for it. She sat without saying much. Just sipped her tea, eyes on the crowd. After a minute, She glanced at me. You okay? Does it show? You look like your brain hasn't shut off in 3 weeks. Pretty accurate. She didn't ask more. Just sat quietly. I waited for the usual questions. What happened? Who hurt you? Do you want to talk? But nothing. She just stayed. You don't like small talk? I asked. She smiled. Not really. Feels fake. I needed that. What? Silence. Without pity. She tilted her head. So, heartbreak? I looked away. Yeah. She nodded like she already knew. Want to say something corny and motivational? I asked. Nope. I laughed for the first time in days. Maya leaned in. You don't seem like the type to fall apart. I'm not. Or. I wasn't. She really messed you up? She didn't just mess me up. She walked away like I was a pair of shoes she outgrew. That's cold. She didn't even look back. Then she's not worth the energy you're burning on her. Everyone keeps saying that. Yeah, well, everyone's right. I smirked. You're blunt. You're bleeding. Someone had to hand you a bandage. I looked at her. Why are you sitting with me? Because you looked like you were drowning, and I've been there. Who left you? My mom. When I was 13. I blinked. Oh. It teaches you a lot. Mostly how to keep breathing when people stop caring. We sat in silence again. But this time, it didn't feel heavy. It felt safe. You ever feel like no one's real? I asked. Yeah, she said. But I also know healing doesn't come from noise. It comes from being heard. I looked down. She never heard me. Not once. I do. Those 2 words hit harder than I expected. I nodded slowly. Thanks. Maya leaned back. I'm not trying to fix you, Aiden. I'm just here. And for the first time since Riley walked out, I didn't feel alone. My phone buzzed while I was finishing lunch with Maya. She raised an eyebrow. Someone important? I glanced at the screen. Riley, so, that's her? Smiling face with smiling eyes, my heart didn't skip. It clenched. Maya caught my expression. Ex? Yeah. She texted you? Just now. She gave a slow nod, sipping her iced tea. Let me guess, she misses you. I read it again. That's her? Like we were still playing games. She saw the photo I posted. Maya tilted her head. Want to show me? I turned my phone toward her. It's just us sitting here. From last week. She studied it for a second. I look like I stole someone's boyfriend. I laughed. You didn't. Her eyes met mine. But someone thinks I did. My phone buzzed again. Riley, didn't take you long to move on. Kinda fast, don't you think? Maya leaned forward. You gonna reply? I stared at the screen. Not yet. You don't owe her closure. I know. But you're thinking about it. I'm thinking about everything I wanted her to say back then, and now she's saying it when I don't care anymore. Poetic, she said. Tragic for her. I smirked. Guess karma texts too. Later that evening, Liam called. Dude. Riley just DM'd me. What? Yeah. She said, and I quote, is Aiden seriously with her? Like she's surprised you didn't die without her. She's spiraling. Yep. Her stories are all sad quotes and black and white selfies now. Classic Riley. She doesn't miss me. She misses control. Liam snorted. Exactly. And now that you're out of reach, she wants to drag me back. You good? I paused. Honestly? I am. After the call, I opened her messages again. Still unread. I tapped new message, typed, "You made your choice." So did I. But I deleted it. Silence said more. I turned my phone over and looked across the room. Maya was curled on the couch, sketching in her notebook, eyes peaceful. She didn't need to ask me questions. She just was there. I sat beside her, leaning back with a quiet breath. "You okay?" she asked without looking up. "Yeah," I said. "Phone drama?" "Just a ghost knocking." She smiled. "Then let it knock. We're not opening doors for the dead." I laughed softly. And for once, I didn't flinch when my phone buzzed again. The message came in the middle of the night. "Riley, can we talk? Please." I stared at it for 10 minutes before responding. "Me, about what?" The typing bubble appeared. Then disappeared. Then it came back. "Riley, I messed up. I didn't realize what I had until I lost it." I didn't reply. By morning, she sent another. "Riley, can we meet? Just talk. I owe you that." I asked Maya. "Do you mind if I go?" She looked at me, calm as ever. "Do you need to?" "I don't need to. But maybe I should." "Then go. Just don't go looking for the version of her that doesn't exist." I nodded. Riley picked the same coffee shop we used to go to. I got there 5 minutes early. She walked in wearing that green jacket I used to love. "Hey," she said, voice small. "Hi." She sat across from me. No eye contact. "You look good," she said. "Thanks." Silence. "I saw your picture with Maya?" I nodded. "Yeah. She's pretty. She's kind." Her eyes flinched. "I didn't come here to fight," she said. "Then why?" "To say I'm sorry." I waited. I thought I wanted something exciting. Someone less intense. But all I got was noise. "No one listens like you did." "You didn't want to be listened to," I said. "You wanted to be chased." "I know," she whispered. "And when I saw you with her, it hit me." "What did?" "That I threw away someone real for someone convenient." "You didn't just throw me away, Riley. You humiliated me." "I was selfish." "You were cruel." She swallowed. "You hate me?" I paused. "No. I just don't need you anymore." Tears welled in her eyes. "Do you still love me?" I looked at her, really looked, for the first time in months. I saw her clearly. "I loved who I thought you were. I can be better. But I'm already better without you." She sniffled, blinking fast. "Can we at least be friends?" I stood up. "I think we already said everything we needed to." "Aiden, please," I gave her a soft smile. "Take care, Riley." Then I walked out. And this time, she was the one left in silence. "Did it help?" Maya asked. I set my keys down and nodded. "Yeah. I think I needed to see her one last time, just to feel nothing." She looked up from the couch. "And did you?" "Completely." She smiled. "Good." I sank into the cushion beside her. She asked if we could be friends. Maya laughed under her breath. "Wow. That's bold." "Yeah." I didn't say yes. "Didn't think you would." There was a pause, but it wasn't awkward. Just quiet. Safe. "You know," I said, "a few weeks ago, I thought I'd never stop hurting. And now? Now I feel clear." Maya rested her head against my shoulder. "That's the peace that comes when you stop begging for people to care." She never said she was sorry until I moved on. She didn't want you back. She just didn't want you happy without her. I looked at her. "Why are you so good at seeing through people?" "Because I spent years pretending not to see them for who they were." I nodded slowly. "I get that." She sat up and turned toward me. So, what now? I smiled. Now, I start choosing better. Including myself. She raised an eyebrow. That a line? No. That's a promise. My phone buzzed again. I didn't even check it. Maya noticed. Not gonna look? Nope. She grinned. Look at you. Growth. We both laughed. Later that night, I walked past the mirror in my room. For the first time in a long while, I didn't avoid my reflection. I looked into my own eyes and said, "You survived her." That means something. Not everything had healed. But the wounds weren't bleeding anymore. And that was enough. The next morning, Maya texted, "Sunrise walk?" I replied, "Pick you up in 10. On the way there, I passed the park where Riley once told me she felt nothing. Now I knew why, because she was nothing I needed. But I wasn't bitter. I wasn't angry. I wasn't broken. I was free. As Maya got in the car, she smiled. "You look different." "I feel different." She reached for my hand. And I let her. Not because I was lonely. Not because I needed a distraction. But because I finally made room for someone who didn't need to hurt me to feel powerful. And for the first time in forever, I chose me.